wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Afiq bin Muhammad Hanafiah, metric number 1181673. The topic we're gonna discuss is the role of social media in managing COVID-19 crisis in Malaysia. For the introduction, coronavirus disease 219 COVID-19 is a highly contagious viral illness virus which causes the severe acute respiratory syndrome. It has risen to become the most serious global health crisis since the 1918 influenza pandemic. The COVID-19 epidemic has wreaked havoc on people's mental health across the world, including in Malaysia. Some people are more vulnerable to mental health problems such as depression. The risk of suicide increase if this depression is not properly recognized and treated. To lessen the case, we will discuss on how to use social media to manage the COVID-19 situation in Malaysia among society, unit media, government and individual.
My name is SYATIR RUZAIDI, metric number 1181654. For justification, the justification is to increase general knowledge about the role of social media in managing COVID-19 crisis in Malaysia and how it plays the role as important role about COVID-19 crisis. This study is also to list the source related to the role of social media in managing COVID-19 crisis in an organized manner and according to the appropriate topics and subtopics. Next, the researcher produced this report on the role of social media in managing COVID-19 crisis from the part of important parties. This is important to inform to the public about the role of each party using social media in managing COVID-19 crisis. Furthermore, COVID-19 is still plaguing in Malaysia to this day, and it is of interest to the public to understand the role of social media in managing COVID-19 crisis so that it could end disease from worsening the situation around us.
My name is ABDUL SHAMSULADZHAR 118161. I will share about target group. This topic information is provided to all Malaysians so that they are aware of the relevance of social media in dealing with nation COVID-19 situation. It helps everyone in improving their healthcare knowledge and awareness. Furthermore, the public will be aware of each respective rules and responsibility that must be fulfilled in order to cope with the COVID-19 crisis.
For my point, I'm gonna discuss about society. For society, there are 1 journal resources, 4 online newspaper resources, 3 website resources, and 2 dictionary resources. Okay, for the point is, in an effort to break the chain of coronavirus pandemic COVID-19, all sections of society in the state are urged to perform their responsibilities according to the norms set by the government in order to break the chain of coronavirus pandemic COVID-19. Society is being requested to play a role by reporting false and misleading news posts on social media or by SMS to the Malaysian Communication and Multimedia Commission (MCMC), particularly when the COVID-19 outbreak hits the country. Okay, for the next point, during the era of the modified conditional movement control order, all parts of society in the state are asked to execute their tasks in accordance with the norms imposed by the government in order to break the chain of coronavirus pandemic COVID-19. We cannot rely on one side alone to disrupt the COVID-19 pandemic chain. Okay, next, the COVID-19 pandemic in the country can only be prevented if the people take action and responsibility to follow all of the law in place, with the exception of swiftly accepting a new normal existence. Okay, next, the greatest strategy or approach to dealing with COVID-19 infection in the community is to ensure that the community itself raises its effort in acting as a frontliner or frontline fighter. Next, the burden of fighting and containing the spread of COVID-19 was passed to the people with the front line functioning as a support squad to avert the pandemic. As a result, every member of society must now be more attentive and responsible in order to play a role in defending themselves, their family, society and country.
So topic is unique media. From unique media, I found 2 resources from journal, 3 from online newspaper, 2 from website, 2 from dictionary and 1 from video. Through the media, we observe a variety of acronyms and terms that were rare or never heard of before the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic. For example, COVID-19. COVID-19 is acronym from coronavirus disease. Next, digital media playing a pivotal role, especially in the use of visual data to disseminate information, mobile app to coordinate medical resource, social media to promote public health campaign, and digital tools to assist population management and disease tracing. Next, the media have a proactive role in shaping the actions of the mass population and thereby influencing policy action. This was acknowledged by the Deputy Minister of IKHWAN, Datuk Dr. Nur Azmi Ghazali. He said the media's ability to managing this pandemic is commendable. For example, RTM plays a role as a trusted lead broadcaster in broadcasting official announcement of development during the outbreak regardless of time and situation, thus avoiding the spread of false news that confuse the people. They include topics such as the progression of daily case, vaccine associated concern and anything else linked. This is the main function of the media, which is to share, convey and disseminate information, in addition to providing pleasure to be a companion to monitor the surrounding situation and help the audience make interpretation on an issue.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is HAIRUL binti HASNOOL. My metric number is 1181668. For my part, I would like to present my point which is individual. For individual, I use 5 resources, which is 2 from journal article, 2 from online newspaper, 2 from website, 2 from dictionary and 2 from video. Firstly, individuals play an important role in dealing with COVID-19. Among the things that an individual should do is to obey the government instruction that have been given. Wash your hand regularly, cough in a tissue or in your elbow, keep distance, social distancing, clean surface and don't touch your face is a simple government directive to deal with COVID-19. Second, the directives given by the government are sometimes difficult for us to follow because of the need to change our usual daily routine. For example, before this, we did not wear masks in public place, but this time we have to wear masks before going to public place. In addition, social media plays an important role for individuals to know information about COVID-19. This is to make it easier for them to know the current news about COVID-19 and ways to avoid it. And next, among the things that an individual can learn from social media is to strengthen the body immune system so that the body can fight against infection. In addition, they can also learn a new healthy lifestyle when they need to quarantine at home. Furthermore, the things that an individual should not do on social media is to spread false news about COVID. This can cause confusion to the public about the information of the disease. Finally, the spread of false news by an individual cannot only confuse society, but even worse, it can be detrimental to those who hear and follow the false news present. So, as responsible individual, we must follow the government instruction and not spread false scripture about COVID-19.
Subtopic: There are some references have been founded. Each one 3 from journal, 4 from online newspaper, 1 from website, and 2 from dictionary. All the references are explaining the role of government, saving measure in COVID-19 cases pandemic. The role of government is very important in dealing with COVID-19 pandemic. All the communities in the country are very confrontational and give challenge to the government in breaking the COVID-19 chain that is going on. The government always provide warnings and guidance on what the community should do if they have COVID-19 symptoms. Because social media is such as essential tools for disseminating information nowadays, the government takes advantage of this chance to use it to spread health and COVID-19 related information. The government has launched the sebenarnya.my website, which is established to combat fake news as of November 14, 2019. During a pandemic, one of the functions of social media that can be maximized is to encourage reliable information, verify sources of information, and quick accurate information. Given the COVID-19 pandemic issue which has not yet fully recovered, the government continues to strengthen the internet connection to facilitate its use among school and college students, in particular to students easy and comfortable. Strategic media to help government action to shift our society mindset to think and act in accordance with new norms in the digital age. Radio, television, the internet, and handphones are examples of available communication mediums. This medium can provide information to the community and encourage self-regulation in terms of healthcare and cleanliness, as well as educate the community on how to make healthy self-care decisions.
Okay, for the conclusion part, firstly, as the COVID-19 outbreak continue, it is crucial to take effective measures to fight the pandemic effectively. Social media could be the best platform to increase people awareness and adherence to the recommended protective measure. Next, social media features like banners and pop-ups are useful for informing users about new updates and reminding them to conduct protective behaviors like social distance and hand washing. Social media ability to transmit real-time information will help in the identification and treatment of infectious disease. Lastly, for the government, they can use government websites to spread the latest news about COVID-19, while for the society, they can remind each other about the dangers of COVID-19 and our role as individuals must abide by government directive to equally eradicate this infection. That's all from us. Thank you.